Hello, Mahitab. How are you doing?
Hi, Esmail. I'm so happy to see you again.
Oh, same here. Thank you. How's everything? How was your day?
Everything is fine. My day was perfect. I hold like 3 classes, and
Uh-huh.
right now it's midnight in my country, and we
Hmm.
are doing a video together. I'm so happy.
Yeah, same here. Thank you. So, can you introduce yourself to my audience so they can know more about you?
Yes, of course. I should say hi to your subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm teacher Light from Iran. I've been teaching English for more than 3 years. And for the actually last 5 months, I started to teach IELTS. So I
Wow,
can say I'm an IELTS teacher.
that's
Yeah.
amazing. That's amazing. You mentioned that you said like I'm teacher Moonlight. So, what does it mean?
Yeah, that's a very good question. My real name is Mahitab in my first language, which is Persian, and
Yeah.
Moonlight is the translation of my name.
Oh, really? Uh-huh. Yeah. So
Yes,
Mahitab it means moonlight in Persian language.
exactly. You're right.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So you are
Um,
from
and
Iran, yeah. Where about in Iran? Like which part of Iran?
actually, Iran has a lot of provinces.
Mm-hmm,
I live exactly in the north part of Iran,
mm-hmm,
and my city's name is Mazandaran. Yeah.
mm-hmm. Wow, yeah, that's so cool. Okay, so we are here just like to let you to share your experience learning English, and also as you said, like you are an English teacher, so also like you will share your teaching experience. So let's start, or let's go back when you started to learn English. Can you tell us like how did you start and why did you start to learn English?
Yes, exactly. Actually, whenever I want to talk about it, I'm so excited because I have a lot to say. It goes back to almost 4 years ago when I was 19 years old.
Mm-hmm,
I decided to major in English,
mm-hmm.
so I chose to major, and I chose to major in TEFL. It's TEFL is
Yes,
yeah, is a short form of teaching English as a foreign language.
yes.
So at first, everything was so difficult because I started to learn English when I was 19 years old.
Mm-hmm,
Prior to that, the only thing that I knew was some basic information, like, for example, am, is, are, to be verbs, saying hello, how are you, like that.
yeah.
But when I entered the university, everything was complicated, maybe the stuff was not complicated, but to me, they were so difficult, and I had a lot of challenges. But
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
day by day, everything got better. So
Yeah,
if you ask
absolutely.
me
Yeah,
more question, yeah.
yeah, yeah. Like, do you use English in your daily basis? Like in Iran, usually Iranian people use English.
Oh no, we learn English as a foreign language. We just have
Mm-hmm,
one language in our country. It's Persian, or some people say Farsi.
mm-hmm,
But English is very common in Iran, but we don't speak it. You know.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, I see. I see. Okay, so how did you start, and like which methods did you follow to learn English?
Actually, I started to listen. I
Mm-hmm,
don't know why, but I felt like when I was listening, I could understand better. I started to listen whenever I was free. For example,
mm-hmm,
3 or 4 hours a day. Also, at
mm-hmm.
university, we spoke
Wow.
English. In
Yeah.
Iran, if you want to major in English, you should speak English at all universities in Iran.
Mm-hmm,
So whenever I went back home, I started to listen to English podcasts, English
mm-hmm.
music, everything related to English.
Okay, so you were able to listen to podcast and that like real English even in your early beginning.
Yes, exactly. Um, I cannot say
So
I was
you
able
weren't
to.
beginner.
Yes, but I couldn't understand them. You know,
Uh-huh.
I just
Hmm.
listened because
Yeah.
I felt like it helps me. It helps me a
Hmm.
lot.
Yeah, I agree.
And all podcasts were recorded by native English speakers. So
Hmm.
I just wanted to get familiar with American accent.
Hmm.
Day by day, when I improved my knowledge of vocabulary and grammar, I could understand podcasts better.
Is easily,
Um,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
So
Did you follow like some courses or just followed like this self-study method, or you combined between them? Like you went to the course and also you like relied on yourself.
actually, as I said, I started to study English at university. So, of course, our university professors taught us some information, but I couldn't take any courses because, all the courses were about general English.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
at university, it is not just about general English. We should focus on other aspects of a language.
Yeah.
Um, I can say I just relied on myself, but sometimes I asked some questions from my university teachers, and they helped me a lot, honestly
Hmm.
speaking.
Yeah. 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 So what was your motivation to improve your language? Like let's
The
start.
best,
Always we need an incentive. Always we need a motive to do something or to learn something in our life. So what was your motive there back there?
agree with you. We always need motivation. Um, the first day of my university, I was the only person who couldn't speak English.
Hmm.
All my classmates were able to, yeah, communicate at least. They said some sentences, but me no. I don't know. At that moment, something inspired me to become better, to start to speak English, and deep down, I really wanted to do it. Uh, and it doesn't matter how hard it was. I just wanted to speak, but I didn't know how.
Hmm.
This is real. I
Hmm.
started to Google it. I found some speaking applications, and I took advantage of a speaking application. It
Hmm.
helped me a lot. For
Hmm.
example, every day I learned some new sentences and questions.
Yeah.
Then I went through the application and I started to ask those questions from people. I listened to their answers and I also tried to speak English. It helped me a lot. But
Yeah.
some of them were not professional, and some of them maybe they spoke English in a wrong way. But
Hmm.
because I studied grammar as well, I could understand my mistakes,
Hmm.
and yeah, day by day I got better.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So in that moment when you started to learn English, what was your goals? Like, why do you need to learn English?
Um, I had several goals. The first goal was to teach English.
Hmm.
I wanted to become an English teacher.
Hmm.
Um, my second goal was, honestly speaking, to make money.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, because I hadn't any jobs, so I needed to start teaching.
Hmm.
And my third goal was just speak English. You
Hmm.
know, because when you can speak English, you can find a lot of friends from other countries, and
Yeah.
that's really wonderful. Just like you, it's amazing.
Yeah, it is. Actually, English opens a lot of doors. It's kind of lingua franca, like a common language between people from different countries and cultures. So it's a really good way to connect with people. Yeah, I agree with you. Okay, so while you are learning, so did you follow like a specific curriculum or just studying randomly?
When these days, I still study, but
No,
I
no, no.
think your
I'm
question
talking about about
has.
your starting. Yeah, like when did you start?
As I said, I just listened a lot. For example, when I wanted to go to sleep, I played the podcast.
Hmm.
It was talking, but I was sleeping. So
Yeah,
it's a very
those
good
passive
method.
listening. Yeah.
Exactly. You are actually boosting your listening comprehension by
Yeah,
unconscious memory.
yeah,
Um,
agree.
so I did that for a long time. For 3 years in a row, I listened to English podcasts while I was sleeping.
Yeah, yeah.
So I can say I listened 10 hours a day, 7 hours while I was
Wow,
asleep,
wow.
3 hours while I was awake. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So the first step was listening a lot. The
Hmm.
second step was studying grammar and talking to people on English applications. And also, so as an English major, I had to pass some courses at university, so I had to study some books. Those books also helped me a lot. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, I agree. So we can say like your key points or key factors to learn English is listening and like your university subjects or uh, because of your major.
Yeah. Some people, people are different. I've heard that some people say, for example, reading is the best method to learn English. For
Yeah,
some people, reading. For
yeah.
some people, speaking. For me,
Hmm.
it was listening, and then I started to speak.
Hmm.
Um, but my reading is also good because of IELTS and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So what was your hurdles during your learning journey, and how did you overcome it? Like the most difficult thing while you are learning English.
Actually, there were many obstacles,
Hmm.
um, but the most important one was lack of motivation sometimes.
Hmm.
Sometimes I got demotivated.
Hmm.
For example, when I was studying for the IELTS exam, some subjects were really difficult, and sometimes I felt like that was beyond my thinking. That
Ability.
was, yeah, beyond my imagination.
Hmm.
And at that moment, I really wanted to give up, but I decided to not to give up. So I just want to say, guys, if you get demotivated sometimes, it's totally normal. It happened
Yeah.
to me a lot, more than 20 times.
Hmm.
The thing is that you should get up and start again.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Like who helped you? Just yourself? Like to keep going, to not give up?
No, no. Actually, one of my college teachers helped me a lot. He
Hmm.
showed me the path to success.
Hmm.
Actually, he showed me how to study efficiently.
Hmm.
And after that, when I started to learn for the IELTS exam, I took a crash course on IELTS.
Hmm.
And my teacher was an experienced teacher. He had 20 years of experience regarding teaching IELTS. So,
Hmm.
of course, that boosted my knowledge. Yeah.
Hmm. 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 And like you didn't like have like a companion or like someone like a friend with you always, or we can say your family, like who supported you?
Actually, I had two speaking partners. One of them was a girl from another city in Iran, and
Hmm.
we were talking to each other online
Hmm.
through WhatsApp application.
Yeah.
And another one was a boy who was an English teacher, again
Hmm.
from another city. And
Hmm.
we found each other through English application. um, I think those people helped me a lot because we always corrected our mistakes and gave each other some feedback.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
So when you get feedback, it helps you a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I agree. Because I always say that I learn from my mistakes more than studying or learning new things.
Yes.
Hmm. Hmm.
Can I say something?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Scientifically speaking, for improving your speaking and writing, because they are productive skills, you need to get feedback.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
yeah, that's the best way.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. So when did you feel comfortable to speak? Like that moment you felt like I'm ready. I can't talk with anyone.
I can say from the first moment I was so I don't know how to say that, but I was confident enough to talk. But
Yeah, I understand, but the point is, when did you start to, or when you started to learn English, you weren't confident to speak. You're someone who's beginner, someone who need to learn, someone who need to collect some vocabs, learn grammar, and so on. Okay, so from this point to that point that you are confident and you don't care about anything, you are ready for any situation.
uh, actually, I think something happened in my mind because at university we had to speak English.
Mm-hmm.
If I wasn't able to speak English, I had to go out of the class. It's a
Yeah.
rule at university. So my mind felt like you have to do something. You know, it's like exam days. For example, tomorrow you have an exam, and in just one day you study 18 chapters. Has it happened to you?
Yeah. Of course, it happened. It's normal for any
Exactly.
students. Yeah. So I agree.
That's
Yeah.
the point. You know,
Uh-huh.
my mind felt like it has to do something, and because there was no way, if I couldn't speak English, I should have gone out of the class.
Mm-hmm.
So my mind started to make simple sentences, you know, very, very simple sentences. But because I studied English every day a lot, maybe more than 6 hours, my knowledge of vocabulary boosted and also my grammar. So every day my sentences got a little better.
Mm-hmm.
And at university, I could say what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
Also, English speaking applications helped me a lot. I
Mm-hmm.
practiced a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I think every day I spoke around 2 hours in those applications.
Mm-hmm.
So I
So
think,
it took.
you know, confidence doesn't happen overnight. Your
Yeah.
confidence is boosted day by day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. It took here about accumulation. Like you accumulated a lot, then you gained the result. You started to have this result after those days. I agree that
exactly.
learning is a long-term process, and yeah, I understand. Yeah.
Um,
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
Also, when you speak on an application, because you don't see that person, maybe you're more confident. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I was not afraid to make mistakes. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I was about to ask you about that. Like, how about that? Like having those mistakes. How did you deal with them?
Yes, actually, I made a lot of mistakes. Um, right now, maybe I speak English fluently, but those days I made a lot of mistakes. I cannot you how many,
Which is normal.
but yeah, it's very normal. But you know, I didn't care. Honestly, it wasn't important to me. I wanted to learn, so I made a lot of mistakes. And when I got feedback, I corrected them. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I agree. So you mentioned that like some teachers in your university and also some colleagues, they helped you a lot. So how the university's atmosphere impacted you and developed your language?
Actually, because at university, all my classmates spoke English, so it helped me a lot. My
Mm-hmm.
mind had to speak English in that atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
And also, you know, my classmates could speak English, but they were not that much professional. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm a person who always wants to be the best. You know, it's just in my personality.
Yeah.
That's why I decided to choose some English partners. As I told you, I had two speaking partners. Those two people were amazing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
They
Mm-hmm.
speak English flawlessly, and I think those people helped me a lot with their feedback.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Yeah, that's amazing. So you finished your studies, you've graduated from university. So like how long does it take to be a teacher?
In Iran, being an English teacher is not difficult. You
Hmm.
know, if you just pass a course which is called TTC or
Hmm.
Teachers Training Course, you can be
Hmm.
an English teacher.
Hmm.
But actually, I didn't want to be a normal teacher. I wanted to be a very good teacher. So just for 1 year, I focused on my studies. For the
Hmm.
first year of my university, I didn't teach anywhere. From the second year, I started to teach kids. Then, after 6 or 7 months, I started to teach teenagers. And after that, I accepted some adult students. And these days, I just teach IELTS and adult students.
Hmm.
Yes.
Why did you choose teaching? Do you feel that like you deal with it as a hobby? Do you feel like you are talented? Because I believe teaching is a talent, is a gift.
Yes, yes, I agree
Mhm.
with you. You know, good teachers are rare, and I
Yeah.
think if you want to be extraordinary, you need to be a stand out from the crowd. Regarding your question, I can say at first maybe I wanted to do it because of money,
Hmm.
but after some time, when I saw my students' success, when I actually heard about their their story and their achievements, I got really motivated, and I was like, it's wonderful when you can help somebody to success.
Yeah.
And you know, the feeling that you can help somebody to achieve their goals, that feeling boosted my confidence, and I decided to become a real teacher. I mean, a very good teacher. And
Hmm.
I don't do teaching for money anymore. I just do it to help people.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Actually, that feeling of satisfaction or to be rewarded is like, I think, make you like to have that motive or that incentive to keep going and to keep doing that. Because like when we see a result of our work, we feel like more confident and need to do more. So I agree with you. Yeah.
My mom says that we can always make money. For
Hmm.
example, I can sell a product and I can make money. But
Hmm.
not all jobs is about helping people.
Hmm.
It's something beyond money. Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm. So you said like you wanted to stand out of the crowd. So
Yes.
you can tell us about your teaching style. So what's your
Yeah.
teaching style?
There are a lot of English teachers in Iran,
Hmm.
most of whom are teaching, you know, the standards books. It's a very good method, but
Hmm.
I wanted to be extraordinary. I wanted to be something, or I can say, I wanted to be a teacher who is specialized in English.
Hmm.
So I decided to go through a lot of different sources. I talked to a lot of English teachers from different countries, and I also went through English academic books. Um, I wrote my own PDF files. For
Hmm.
example, if I want to teach each skill on the IELTS exam, I have my own PDF file.
Hmm.
And
Have your own
they,
materials. Yeah.
yes, yes, they are the most updated material regarding IELTS techniques. Um, I think what I wrote helps me to stand out from the crowd because not all teachers spend that much time.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
spent a lot of time. I
Hmm.
also, as I told you, took some courses. Also, I took a teaching course related to the IELTS exam, so it helped me a lot. Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I agree. And why did you choose to teach IELTS? Like when and why?
Okay. Again, at first it was because of money. Okay, I'm
Okay,
sorry about.
money, always money. Yeah.
Yeah, but after some time, when I saw my students' success, for example, they took the IELTS exam and they could get a very good score, and they came to me and they were like, Teacher Mulai, thank you so much for helping us. Your method was amazing. And I was like, I did it, it feels like I did a great job. I did something valuable in my life. So I decided to keep going. Um, I can say IELTS for almost everybody is the highest level of English. And
Mhm.
when you can teach the highest level of something, it feels great, honestly
Yeah.
speaking.
Yeah. I agree.
And
I agree.
when you are a very good teacher in that field and everyone trusts you to help them, that's as well a very good feeling, because there are many IELTS teachers in Iran, but maybe just 10% of them are very good.
Yeah.
So I think I cannot say I I'm in that 10% criteria, but I'm trying to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
That's amazing. That's brilliant. In brief, like, what is the difference between teaching like a general English and to be specialized in IELTS?
Um, you know, IELTS is a different world.
Hmm.
On the IELTS exam, you should learn a lot of vocabulary that you don't use in real conversation at all. And if
Hmm.
you use them, you sound weird. And I think native English speakers would be like, what the hell did you say?
Kind of formal
So
and informal language. They use like a different
yeah,
structure. Yeah. Hmm.
exactly. And also you have to learn complex grammar
Yeah.
um, just for IELTS.
Hmm.
You have to learn some techniques regarding how to answer questions. But
Hmm.
when you want to learn general English, or when you want to teach actual general English, you don't need to focus on those aspects. Just take it easy.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you, like, you feel more confident teaching IELTS than
Um,
general English?
yes, I'm confident to teach everything these days. Uh, you know,
Wow.
because when you can teach IELTS, the general English is so easy compared
Yeah.
to the
I agree.
IELTS.
Hmm.
Um, but I suggest, guys, if you don't need IELTS, don't focus on IELTS.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. Yeah.
a bit different.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so what did you get, like some lessons from your learning journey, some advice for English learners? You felt those
Mhm.
points helped you a lot.
The first and the most important thing is that you shouldn't give up.
Hmm.
A lot of times, maybe you get demotivated. It's totally normal. It happens to everyone. So the first thing, not to give up. The second thing is taking advantage of good sources, good
Yeah.
teachers.
Hmm.
For example, if you don't have a good teacher, that that would ruin your learning journey.
Yeah.
And yeah, English teachers can help you a lot.
Hmm.
And
I agree.
good sources. There are many books out there, but just some of them can help you. So
Hmm.
try to focus on good books. And the third thing is that motivation.
Hmm.
You need motivation to keep going.
Yeah.
Um, Sometimes think about your goals again. That helps you to motivate.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Okay, and some advice for IELTS learners.
Uh-huh. For the IELTS exam, guys, don't self-study. IELTS is a different story. It needs different preparation, and you have to take a course. You have to have a
Hmm.
teacher. I myself, as I told you, I was studying English at university, but again, I took a crash course on IELTS because
Hmm.
I felt like I need somebody to help me. So,
Hmm.
guys, take advantage of IELTS teachers. They help you a lot. IELTS, is like other exams. You need to know some techniques, some specific vocabulary, some grammars, and if you know them, that would be enough. You can pass the exam.
Yeah, that's amazing, and thank you very much for those valuable advice and for sharing your experience with us. I really enjoyed, and I hope
Yeah,
also my
by the
audience
way,
enjoyed too.
of course. By the way, I really like your channel. The way that you make videos, the way that you interview people is really amazing. Please keep up the good work.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, have a nice day. Bye.
Yeah, have a nice day. Bye bye.